All right, cool. There we go. All right, everybody. Let me mute that, or we'll get a terrible feedback loop. Welcome to D&D Night on DDO's stream, brought to you by Fantasy Grounds. Tonight we're starting the very beginning of Rime of the Frostmaiden with a pretty decent cast. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll start with Shadow and work our way across the top of the screen, which may or may not be different for each of you, so I'll go when you finish. Say who's next.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm playing Shadow in the Trees, Tabaxi fighter archer. I'm from DDO Cast. You might recognize me from there. Check us out at gcast.com.
Okay, and Sergeant, I think that's Woolsey?
Sergeant Woozle. Heffalump. Yes, I am a halfling war cleric. I have a very dour personality, very serious. This could be bad for everybody. And this is Evilbeeker. Hello.
And then Suzza, whose name is kind of a stand-in.
I couldn't think of anything better. So I'm Lynn from DDO Sunday with Alex and Lynn, and I'll be playing Suzza, who is a warlock elf.
And then Mika Lightfoot.
I am playing Mika Lightfoot. It is a pleasure. I'm half of druid, and I live in the north. I lived with the ragged, and now I'm down in Tin Towns. And my name's Jeremiah. Jeremiah McCoy. You might know me from TikTok or Twitter or something.
Okay. All right, and Marten Trench. Cut off even on this one.
It's Marten Trencherfoot. Trencherman, excuse me. Trencherman.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to look up the names to kind of figure out what that means. But anyways, this is ComicRelief here. You might know me from some other D&D streams. I also do Kobold Kindergarten with Kobold Even on the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. But I am playing a Shifter Ranger.
Okay, and next we've got Kraanan.
Yes, yeah, that's me. My name is Josh. I'm playing Kraanan. I've played in Kasplat. I've played in a bunch of DDO streams and stuff like that. I'm a dwarf, like always. And yeah, that's all I want to say.
And finally, on the list, Victoria.
It's Viorica, actually.
Viorica, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to say Victoria the whole time.
Who knows?
I'm going to say Victoria all the time.
Your name just became V.
V. It's not the first time that has happened to me. This is Saphira from DDO Splat, and I play in a number of Evilbeeker's games, one of Patrick's games, actually more than one of Patrick's games. I am a wizard half-elf.
All right.
Hey, Alex, not everybody's in the party sheet.
Not everybody's in the party sheet. See if that's still true. Who's missing?
Me. For one.
One, two, three,
Shadow
four,
is missing.
5, 6, 7. Nope.
I see everybody in there.
I don't. That's weird.
Close it and reopen it.
Okay.
Is that your Linux box?
It is. Yes, I am playing on my Linux. Yeah, that's weird. I do not see everybody.
Yeah, I only see me, Mika, and Viorica. V!
New York.
So are you looking in the combat tracker or the party
or the
chatter?
party
No,
sheet?
the party sheet.
Combat tracker.
I only
me.
see 5 people in the party sheet.
Oh.
Oh, bug. Write it down. Oh, and we are playing on Fantasy Grounds Unity tonight, everybody.
Yep.
And thank you, Fantasy Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Should always say that, right?
Yeah, and actually, I only see 2 people in the tracker. Can I put myself in there?
I see 7 and 7.
Okay, I see him now.
I
Speaking of
can't see
which-
Shadow's last name. It's long.
It's too long.
It gets cut off. What's your last name, Shadow?
Let's go to
Trees?
the-
Middle
Shadow
name in the.
trees.
Alright, I'm gonna
This character,
zoom in
fair
a
warning,
little.
this character went in a lot of different directions than I thought the character was going to go for a role playing standpoint. So, starting
Yeah.
with the name, Tabaxi have really interesting naming conventions.
and I'm gonna share the map that you all have access to. Because
Uh-oh.
and you can refer back to it whenever you like as well.
All right, guys, I just crashed, so I'm switching computers.
All right.
I'll be back.
Well, we know how long that took now. All right, so cold open. Now, you all will have made your way to Bremen and the 10 towns. Let's see.
Alex, I have effects on me from earlier when we were testing it.
Okay, let me check.
I don't
It's
actually know how to turn stuff.
probably the ones you're supposed to. No, it isn't, but just a second. There you go.
Thanks.
I'm listening.
All right. Well, good then. All right. Icewind Dale has become trapped in perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auril, the Frostmaiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aura that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Though each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to to test one's mettle and in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. And here is where you all have come to, town of Bremen. Let's see.
Okay.
And
I immediately noticed that there's a place marked buried treasures on this map.
yes,
Same.
that is
We
the
go
name.
there.
It is a location in town that is named Buried Treasures.
It is a shop.
In a second.
Are there really 5 taverns in the center? Or is that just a name as well?
Well, the 5 buildings in a semicircle, they kind of look like all like taverns to me, but
Pub crawl. Let's do it.
Let's see.
Civilized folk.
Image. Nope. Town. There. Alright. Locations in Bremen. Yeah. Buried Treasures is an inn, and 5 Tavern Center is 5 taverns.
Buried treasures is an inn.
Yep.
Okay.
we're
then.
Yeah, are we supposed to dig under it?
Not what I was expecting, but sure.
Yeah, it actually caters to treasure hunters.
Uh-huh.
That's why it's named that. Okay. Now I will grab this and
So,
toss it
so
in a
is that
block.
where we're staying?
Yeah, that's where you've come to. For your various reasons that you may have. That's where you ended up. It actually is the um, westmost of 10 towns. So it's not a crazy place to have ended up. Um, and for those who aren't familiar, you can actually start any of the 10 towns. I just pulled one up and it worked.
Hey, Alex, am I still showing as being in the game?
Let's see. Yes.
You're gonna have to kick me out. I can't get in.
Okay.
That's what you get for trying to be fancy with a Linux box.
No, that's a Unity issue. I thought they would have it fixed.
No, no, no. I'm getting a key conflict because it thinks I'm logging in with another of the same key.
Right.
Oh, this might be a problem.
Okay, you've been kicked.
All right, there we go.
Okay, that should work out then. Bremen is mostly known for its fishing, which would be fine if it wasn't for this darn frozen everything, including the river. So,
my experience says that in terms of fishing, if the fish can't move, they should be easier to catch.
well, the fish still move. They're just under the frozen top. So,
what's the name of that river? Is that Shenanigan River? What?
It
well,
does look like that.
So one of the other nice things in this particular setting adventure, because it's a setting to itself, is they included a pronunciation guide.
I think it would be Sheen Garn. Or Sheen, well, Sheen Garn.
The Bremen map is what you've shared out to everybody, Alex?
I've shared the Bremen and the Icewind Dale map.
Okay, got them both. All right, I'm back.
Okay. And the Icewind Dale map is just handy for y'all to have. If, you've been shown them maps and such, enough to have that general amount of knowledge of where things are, where they're labeled on that map. So you can figure out how to get from one town to the other and the like.
Some of us have lived up here.
Yeah. Okay. So, where would you all like to be in Bremen, and or up to, etc.
Oh, I've just been ice fishing.
Go to a shop, buy some stuff.
I'm gonna look around for people who look like they might have interesting stories to tell.
Okay.
This druid that seems to not come into the city very much might be a good candidate.
What can I tell you?
Tell me your life story.
See if that shows up for everyone.
Well, I live up in the north. I lived with the Ragged for a long time, and now I come down here to help people, get around when they need to. I'm very boring.
This sounds very fascinating. I'm gonna buy him the cheapest drink I can and pull him over to a corner and we'll have a sidebar.
All right. It's good drink. Good drink, I assume. I don't know. Not as good as some of the drinks we had back in Tribe, but it's, you don't want to drink too much of this when you're on the ice, though. It's bad for you. Drink here, you can enjoy. Drink out there, not so much.
Did it say
Thins the blood.
over?
Makes it harder for you to keep warm.
And I've worked out a deal with the tavern keeper, with the innkeeper, to provide fish in return for my room. So there's fish for dinner every night, and lots of it.
So, what brings all of you up north?
I'm just
Well,
looking for fascinating stories and new adventures.
There.
Well, there are adventures up here. Most of them end with someone frozen to death. But I'm sure it's interesting up until that point.
for me, it's just the good fish. Although all this winter is a little of a bummer.
It has been bad for a couple years now. Worse than usual. Worse than when I was a child.
There. Swear sometimes. Too many ways to get the same thing. Alright. Being that you all are familiar adventurers, enough that people can be like, oh, that's what that person does. Um, there is um, a tug on what, like someone messing with your equipment or something. Enough like poking just to get your attention. And it is a halfling, small halfling boy. So he didn't have much choice. Um, and he's there looking at you.
Yes?
Um, we're look. I've my employer is looking for somebody to do some stuff for. She said if I could find some adventures that would be handy, and so she paid me a little bit. So you look kind of the sort. Looking up at those of
Sort
you
of
in that kind of thing.
young lad.
Well, I don't know.
Ah,
I was just paid a few copper and took it. So I can take you to her.
Uh, I don't mind. Do any of you want to do this?
sure.
Well,
Yep.
what's her name? I mean, who is she?
Well, her name is Hillen.
Helen?
Hillen.
Hmm. What is how do let's see here. What is the how do you spell Helen? Do you know? How do you...
Yep.
So has anyone ever heard of her before? Look around.
Um. Yes. It seems like you've heard the name somewhere. You don't. You can't pin it down. It's someone who was here. Someone who was a hard person, if you know what I mean. Um. But when people like have referred to her, not necessarily spoken of her, and she's not been around here, but you've heard the name.
Okay. If the rest of you are interested, I can certainly come along. You might need a shaman.
I'm going with the boy. Why not?
Well, off to the side, Sergeant Huffalump overhears this and walks up and says, I'm always looking for a good fight, little halfling. Uh, who, where's where's this person located?
2 taverns down.
Ah, another tavern. Sounds good to me.
Beaker's getting his wish. Or was it Josh that said the bar
Pub
hopping?
crawl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Yes.
wanted to go bar hopping?
Me. I'm a dwarf at heart, in real life and in character.
So,
Is there a difference between your real life and your dwarf character?
Well, yes, but I'm not telling you what it is.
is it height or width?
Ouch.
Probably the length of his beard.
What were you talking about?
Don't answer that.
Anyways, it's
No
just
comment.
it is in fact 2 taverns down. He leads you up to a table, and there is a dwarf lady there, with her weapons beside her, um, like not in hand, but setting beside her while she's finishing up a meal.
I am also in this tavern.
Fantastic. She's like,
I'll say that I'm in that tavern as well.
okay, that works for me. Um, so the tiny halfling, because it's a small halfling is a pretty small individual, comes in with some larger people with in tow and says, "Here you go, I brought some people," and then just kind of walks off. And
Make
so
sure my wallet's still intact.
it is,
I,
though it's a good thing to check. Go ahead.
I know how unreliable halflings can be.
Well, times are hard. It's a matter of anyone.
Aren't you a halfling? So you're unreliable.
I said I know how they are. Yes, I am a halfling.
No.
I'm extremely reliable, but everyone else isn't.
Not like
So
I will wander over to the impressive-looking dwarven lady, I assume.
mhm.
I've got my bearskin outfit on, and
Question.
Yep.
yeah,
Please spell bearskin. Are we talking like the skin of a bear or your bare skin? As in you're shirtless.
BEAR.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. It could go either way with a druid.
I'm watching
not for long
this.
up here.
I hope he wasn't your friend.
Oh, he
My-
died a very respectable death.
My pointy ears have picked up at this exchange, and I've put my mead down to listen.
Okay.
I understand you are looking for
Oh, here's the intro.
help. Yes.
Let's see.
We are here to help.
So some of the things that have been going on recently, because the whole area has been abuzz with a problem with murders. People have been dying, been turning up, uh, um, killed, and not in the normal way people go around.
In what manner?
Like gutted.
Oh,
A mystery.
A
Fascinating.
dagger of ice through the heart.
well, that's very specific.
Yeah.
yeah, that's not good either. What?
Let's see.
Is there a body we could examine?
Well, I assume
Not yet.
Lynn has not said that she has one.
No.
So.
She's an elderly shield dwarf. Got a nasty scar across her nose. And as she's finishing dinner, she's packed her pipe, um, and is smoking it. Scroll up. And she goes, well, and she just starts talking um, about she's retired and all, but she's been paying attention to these murders, and she's she's pretty much figured out who it is, and she's looking for someone to go get him.
Ooh, going after murderers, I can get behind that. I don't like murderers.
Are you associated with the local constabulary?
Oh, oh, you were serious.
I mean,
I mean, to unlawfully accuse somebody of murder when you potentially have no proof, I would think that the local soldiers or uh, uh, sheriff or whatever you have up here would be addressing this issue.
well,
Why are you speaking to us?
well, I'm sending you to go get him. What condition he comes back in really doesn't matter too much. But
That didn't answer my question.
I know.
We're not in a civilized place. You know that, right?
So there's no organized military up here?
That's correct.
Really, no.
Oh, well, I need to get to work on that right away.
Uh,
Goodbye.
Good luck with that.
I am. I mean, I'm a bounty hunter. Well, was a bounty hunter. So I know my stuff.
Respect that. I can respect that profession. I just wanted to know if this man was wanted by the local law enforcement.
Well,
But
there's no
you're saying
real
there is no.
law enforcement hasn't been done any investigations because law enforcement is more really the um, people who are more loosely running the town. They try to make sure that you know sacrifices are being made to hopefully appease the Frostmaiden. But let me tell you who I'm looking for. I'm looking for
Please
Sefric.
do.
Go ahead.
I said, please do.
I'm looking for Selfric Caltro. Now, Selfric Caltro works for a small traveling merchant company called Torgs, owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icevein. In other words, Suffolk gets around. He's charming, makes friends easily. He's also Torga's bodyguard, so I'm guessing he's good with a blade. His victims come from only 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frostmaiden on nights of the new moon. This is what passes for civilized behavior in Icewind Dale. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their names out of the drawings, and Sefik found out. They were cheating, so he killed them. Maybe, just maybe, Sefik is doing the Frostmaiden's work. I followed Torg for 10 days. It moved from town to town. Quite the devious little enterprise, but that's not my concern. What struck me is how comfortable Sefik Caltro looked in this weather. No coat, no scarf, no gloves. It was like the cold couldn't touch him. Curse of the Frostmaiden, indeed. I will pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend Sefric Caltro, ascertain his guilt, and deal with him, preferably without involving the authorities. When the job is done, return to me to collect your money.
How do you spell Suffolk?
You
It
can
is.
type it in the chat, Alex.
What's that?
Can you type it in the chat? Because I'm.
Yes, I can. Both of them.
Alright, and the Suffolk, so he works for Torg?
Torg.
And
Specifically, Torga Icevein. The company is called Torgs.
and are the town governors looking the other way on this, or would they actually would they interfere with us going after him?
Probably not.
Okay. If he's murdering people, I for one want to put a stop to that.
See, the trick is, from what I can tell, he's murdering people who are cheating their way out of the lotteries.
The lotteries are wrong anyway.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not
they're
so
right,
good.
but cheating is just a bit one step worse. So that's why the authorities aren't so helpful in this, because they can't show that cheating's happening.
How do you know that it's this fellow that's doing the murders?
Well, like I said, I've been following him. I didn't see him do it, but where he goes, these murders happen.
We could certainly go and ask him. Maybe we could, I don't know, find evidence by observing him.
Sort of sounds like you don't have a lot of evidence against him.
And there's plenty of evidence.
The spirits will lead us to the right place.
You'll get a trial at the end. Don't worry.
At this
Totally.
point, V stands up and stands over Sergeant. You look up. She's much taller than you.
What do you want, Missy?
Sergeant. Call me Missy again and you'll end up in the river.
I can swim. Can you?
You clearly are not from around here.
No, I'm not.
We
Came
have
up
our
here
own
to-
laws and we don't need yours.
Blah.
I'm here to help.
Law, the
And I
law's the
look at
law.
Hillen.
Shadow would like to go up to V and ask, "Excuse me, miss. I have a question.
Yes?
If the river's frozen, how are you going to throw him in it?"
You look at her hand and you see a small flame burning there. And then she closes it again.
I say, you could try. Worse than you have tried. I didn't make sergeant because I'm a slacker or can fire sprouts from my fingernails. Did it with hard work.
I
Yeah.
ignore you.
He's lying, so don't worry about it.
I'm gonna change my attention to Sergeant. You sound like you have some very interesting stories. Please, come tell me some of them.
Oh, there was the time we had to track down.
I'm gonna drag him off to the corner, and you guys can finish off whatever.
Suzza ordered a bucket of popcorn, apparently.
Distraction man. Excellent.
Okay, where's the last place you saw this Suffolk cow throw?
Well, that's the thing. They keep moving around, so you're gonna have to find them. That's really why I'm hiring you. I'm getting a little old to be trekking from town to town.
Out of character, I really like how this, quote, retired dwarf seems to have done a whole lot of footwork to set this up, and has been following this guy, but now doesn't know where he is.
Well, where was the last place you saw him? That will give us a place to start at least.
East Haven.
Okay. The opposite end of Tin Towns, really.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
And now we know why the DM chose to start in Bremen, to give us the longest possible journey to the next place.
Now, you can check around town and see if you can find anyone else who might have seen him. They are a trading company, after all.
Yes, is there any known associates of this Suffolk that we could speak
Torg.
to in this town?
Yes.
He works with Torg.
Is Torg in this town? I missed that.
He was Torga's bodyguard.
Well,
Where's the last place that you saw him?
they said East Haven.
East Haven? Okay.
Yes. Alright. We might be able to catch take a slug team over to East Haven, get there as quickly as possible. That's the place to start, then that's where we need to pick up his tracks. Hopefully the spirits will throw us some ideas along the way.
Sounds good to me.
So, do you all wish to ask around town, see if anybody's heard where Torgs might be?
Yes, and try not to mention anything that's like going on or this one guy's name. Just say that we're looking for the traders because we have some stuff to trade.
Okay. Well, decide who you all want to and do me a investigation charisma check.
Okay. I can do that. I think somebody else should do that.
I mean, I will
Wait.
definitely look around because I'm pretty good at investigation.
Yeah. I have it too, but mine is int. Does that matter?
If you click on it, you can change the stat it's using.
So we
But
are
don't
you
forget
do
to
want it
change it
at,
back.
you do want it as charisma investigation, not
Yeah.
normal investigation.
My bonus is the same for both. So, you want it in the tower?
And however many of you want to do it is fine because
Can I roll at disadvantage and maybe pick up an interesting other story? Because I might get distracted here.
sure.
I'm actually looking to by asking more native types. You know, people who are maybe traveling barbarians or what have you that might happen to be in the area.
Okay.
So,
So probably at most half of my investigation is actually looking for this particular stuff, and probably half of it is investigating other stories that I might pick up.
So, interestingly enough, Suzza and Viorica, um,
Viorica.
Viorica. See,
There you go.
I was in
Eureka! You got it
the
right.
Viorica.
Me.
Exactly like it's spelled.
you two find that they were last seen heading actually up towards Carconing.
Say that again. It phased out when you talked.
Well, sorry. They were last leaving for, and in other words, they would be at Carcoing.
Koenig.
Koenig? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the town that's like 2 towns up from
East
east.
Haven.
Well, if you go in the middle of yes, there's not a path that does that in that manner, but yes. In other words, between Bryn Shanter and East Haven, in the middle-ish of, you would go north to get to the first of the two cares.
Close to Lake Dinnershire. Okay.
Okay. Well, pass that on to everyone.
So it looks like if we follow, there's several towns that we have to go to
Mhm.
before to get to Koenig.
Brunchander is the biggest.
It's the walled city.
Yeah, it's the only one that has any real walls around it. So it's a good place to pick up supplies if we need to.
I will share the results of my investigation as well.
They concur. Meanwhile, Shadow and Trees, you hear about the loss of a handful of people in Bremen.
No, wait, hold on. No, he doesn't. I'm still telling him stories.
Oh, we went out looking for other stories.
Oh, no,
I lost interest, buddy.
I'm right on your heels. Oh, there was the time that I had to cut a man's hand off right in front of him. It was horrible. My knife was very dull. Yes.
I really hope I don't hear this story because my next comment would be, of course it's right in front of him. It's his own hand.
But no, Shadow wanted stories. He's getting stories. Just so we're clear on that.
Sure.
So that's your new best friend, huh?
Yep.
Probably
So
gonna be
now
a
the rest
common
of us are
occurrence.
like, oh God, don't talk to him.
That might have been a strategically bad idea.
Hey, man, I'll admit I'm not the best of role players. I'm just trying to role play this character. Like stories, man.
I got stories. Oh man, there was the time the cook sneezed in the dinner. Oh man,
Aw.
that was good. Yeah.
Wait, should I make a stealth check to see if he even noticed me leave the tavern to go find new stories?
Sure.
Oh, I'm right there. I'm right there. He wanted to hear stories. I got stories.
Yeah, but you might be too engrossed in your storytelling to realize I left.
Oh no, I make eye contact as best I can.
Is Suzza an elf? Based on the art, it kind of looks like it.
Yes, she is. But she looks real summery.
Yeah, definitely not from up here.
Well, it's supposed to be summer now.
Uh-huh.
Supposed to be.
Um,
So,
so some of you find out where Torgs should be probably getting to. Um,
Wait, did you tell me what story as I heard? Because this
No.
dwarf kept yapping in my ear over here.
no, you
I'm
you
not-
got
I'm
to
not
the
a
Or
dock
halfling or whatever.
with your with the halfling telling stories. Uh, You've gotten to that point where he's stuck on you, but you're kind of tuning him out. And there's another dwarf uh, on the docks who starts trying to like get your attention, thinking that you're some fishers looking for work. Um, and then he gets interrupted by a half elf warning you all about the monster in Mayor Dualdon. Mayor Dualdon.
Dualden?
Yeah. That's attacking and sinking fishing boats.
Cool.
Do you come back and tell us that?
That depends on if the fisherman thinks that Sergeant here is a willing fisherman to go out on a lake with him. But yes.
So that's what you find out about. Um, and like the half elf has like some documentation where he's talked to people. It's in paperwork form.
Interesting. Wait, paperwork for what now?
He's been recording the eyewitness accounts and the like.
Oh, got it. Will he let me copy this information?
Sure.
Sweet. I'm gonna turn my attention back to Sergeant Woozle talks a lot, and
Heffalump, Woozle Heffalump.
ask him to turn around for a second. Then I'm gonna use his back as a writing surface to.
I'm a
to
halfling.
So
Only 3 feet tall.
Top of his head.
your head.
Well, then bend over and make a table.
The
Is your
lowest
back
of
8.5
tables.
Is your back at least 8.5 by 11 inches? You'll be just fine.
Might have to bend over a little bit.
So
I am not
So
touching
I'll get that
that.
information and
I'm
And
in the military.
less from an interest of sharing this information to the others and more in the interest of getting their information. I will trade the information I have gathered for the information they've gotten about whoever this murderer is.
Well, it's my opinion we should head up the east way towards Caer Koning.
Either way, we'll be in position to go to either place by taking the east way.
This is true.
it's also worth mentioning that tomorrow is when Bremen makes its sacrifice to Arl, uh, which in their case, having been here, you're aware that it is warmth that they sacrifice. Which means
Maybe you should leave.
no fires are lit between dusk and dawn.
So these sacrifices, it's kind of odd. Like, who is telling people to do this stuff?
Well, the Frostmaiden, worshippers of hers.
Or worshippers are allowed to go around and just kill people?
Well, we've had a winter that's lasted for 2 years.
Sure.
People are trying to appease her. This is wrong. To be clear, I think this is wrong, but is I mean they are left without much hope, so they do what they can to try and appease her. Sacrificing heat is better than some of the others options. I've
You
heard.
know, they know none of this is going to work, right?
I know that. Do they know that? I don't think so.
Okay, kind of iffy here.
You are from the south, yes?
Not that far south. No.
Okay. Up here, winter is manageable for people who are born here, but we do it with the understanding that spring and summer will come and things will refresh, and then we can continue and go through the cycle. But we're used to winter. We've had a winter for a couple of years now with no refresh, no hope. You take away people's hope, they will grab on anything they can. That's what happened here.
So I suppose.
Kind of like how Woozle got hope that someone actually wanted to listen to him, so he latched onto it.
Possibly.
Oh, you did want to listen to him.
I know.
I mean, wouldn't sacrificing all this stuff make the other gods upset?
They don't seem to be doing much up here. She does.
Well, that's why I'm here. To set things straight. Sounds like this place could use a little bit of cleaning up.
Maybe. I try to do what good I can where I can.
That sounds extremely reasonable.
All right, let's get this party started then.
All right. I shared earlier the cold weather gear is available for purchase.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
I
also
thought so.
yes.
you can also buy snowshoes,
Uh,
ice cleats.
Definitely getting snowshoes
Yes.
that will increase our speed across the snow. What are the what's the cost on getting access to a dog sled?
Let's see if it has it handy for me or if I have to dig.
How much is the
What's
cold weather clothing?
Dog sled.
That's-
I think it's 5.
10.
It's
It's
10.
10 gold. It's
10 gold
expensive.
pieces. Yeah.
There
So
goes all my gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually broke myself.
Yeah.
Did we actually we haven't bought in cold weather gear before coming here?
Well, that's a good point.
No.
Like,
You had
Damn.
the kind that you could wear and be okay like as part of a caravan.
uh-huh.
As in, there's some cover and etc. You're
Sure.
not, but this is the more I'm walking through the snow by myself if I have to.
Hmm. I'm short 2 gold to buy cold weather clothing.
I have no gold left to loan you.
I will the gold I would spend on mine, I will give it to you instead. Then
Let me speak proper English. Lend to you.
Oh, here we go.
You're lending me 2 gold?
no, I'm giving you the cold weather gear I bought.
Oh. Okay.
How fluffy is your fur, Patrick? Seriously, serious question. Do you need the cold weather gear?
I mean, I don't have anything that tells me that I'm like immune to cold or anything, so I'm gonna assume the answer is yes. I'm pretty
have
sure if I stuck a cat out in the outside in Alaska, I would get in trouble.
I
I agree, but you never know. I don't know your character.
I'm a little better equipped to handle this region than most of you. Um, I'm used to it, and I can build a fire anywhere I go. So I'm fine. You take it. If I can afford to collect some money and get another set, I'll buy myself some. But you'll need it more. You're not from here.
Well, thank you.
Now, you said something about there being a monster in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Would this be the
Rin-
same? Sorry, would this be the same lake I was about to be thrown into before?
Well,
I wasn't throwing you into a lake.
No, that the mouthy girl with the fingers.
Oh,
She was going to throw me in the lake.
I
No,
get
she
she'll,
said-
down
she'll,
and
he said
River.
river, I think.
she'll watch
Oh.
and I'll help.
I get down and I look at Sergeant eye to eye and I say, "How does such a deep voice come out of such a little body?"
I don't have an answer for that. I've always talked like this, even when I was little.
Maybe he's hollow.
So
He
it's,
kind of talks like a
you're
cross
still-
between Batman and Overkill from the Tick.
so do you want to take a look at the possibility of the monster in the lake before we leave? Might earn a little extra money and goodwill.
I ain't going nowhere near a frozen lake.
I mean, I'm
Typical
gonna
dwarf.
give
Typical dwarf.
Yeah, it is typical. Thanks.
I'm gonna give the druid the copy of the information I found, because he's clearly interested in this. Seems like a fair trade for cold weather gear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that if that's what we want to do.
We might do some good, earn some goodwill, and maybe somebody will pay us some money.
Yeah, sure.
We obviously need some, so let's go take a look. Worst that could happen is, we waste a
Yeah,
little
we
bit
all-
of time.
What's the worst that could happen?
So Alex, outside the box. So is this like a series of small side adventures to get us going? Is that kind of what this is about?
More or less.
Okay.
And they all matter, but
Okay.
everywhere has an adventure, and there's 2 to start with for
Okay.
wherever
And
you
this was,
start.
and the lake that was in Bremen.
Yeah, we're in Bremen.
Yeah, it's right next to us.
Okay.
Mayo do
think-
Alvin.
Technically, the lake is like several of these little towns border the lake, but
Maybe we should go talk to some more fishermen then. See
Yeah.
what else we can find. Because I guess I need snowshoes.
Halflings have big feet. We can walk on snow.
Snowshoes, let's see. That I can find real quick. I was trying to find out what the cost of not owning a dog sled and dogs, but using, renting, etc. Snowshoes. 2 gold pieces.
Holy mackerel!
Snowshoes are useful. You'll get exhausted walking across the snow relatively quickly without them.
I have 5 gold left, so I can buy 2 pairs.
I'd like to buy a pair of snowshoes for me and a pair of snowshoes for the druid, whose
Okay.
name I'm gonna remember eventually.
Mika.
Look in the party sheet.
Who else needs a pair of snowshoes?
I could use a pair.
Do we
Sure,
really need? Do we really need a pair?
The local says that are useful. I'm gonna listen to the local and not wherever the hell you're from.
Well, I don't have any, and I don't have any money for them. But
Alex, will you? So I have 5 gold. However much everybody else has. Can you drop the amount of snowshoes we can get in the party sheet?
Sure.
That'll just make it easier.
If the cold weather clothing was 10 gold, I have no money left.
yeah, me neither.
Yep,
That was
ditto.
all I had left.
That's all I had, actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Same
we'll,
here.
we'll find something. Don't worry.
Yep. Just buy the cold weather gear, and if we need booze, I'll buy you some.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Okay, so per hour, the traveling rate. You're not going to be able. If that is the case, you won't be affording the dog sled anyway. So that solves me having to find it right now. But you pretty much travel twice as fast on snowshoes as you do without them. And that's half a mile an hour. Now, once you're up here, it's worth mentioning that it's a nice, balmy negative 49 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's not right.
But
Can,
the wind isn't
can we
blowing
fizz
hard
wrap
right
that?
now.
Because I could use the cold weather. Can we fizz wrap that?
We cannot.
Hey, for those of us who live in Wisconsin, that's nothing.
I was gonna say that's like a Packers game in December, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the frozen tundra.
Did Micah get his snowshoes?
I did not. I just got cold weather here.
Oh,
No,
I'm
the-
also the only one without
But I
one.
handed that off to someone else. So
Yeah, I got that. I put a set of snowshoes in the party sheet for you, Micah,
oh, thank you.
in the inventory.
I don't know where the party sheet is.
That is the one with the eye and 3 heads next to the combat tracker. I know.
The upper
But
right
Okay,
corner.
Upper
Yeah,
right
okay.
corner.
All right. Cool.
And then
So
inventory.
head to the.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Nope.
I was gonna say if we head to the docks and just question anyone we can about this lake monster, see if we can find out some more info.
Sure. I mean, the half elf who spoke about it first and whose notes those are is there.
I'll point him out to Micah, and I'll
Another
I'll ask the half elf, please, sir, tell this. Wait, what is half? Micah half. Please tell this half elf your interesting story.
Hello.
All right. Let's see. Like around the creek. The lake is frozen around the docks. Fishers have been pulling the rowboats up into the ice, and that's where you find him. Let's see.
So Alex, is the lake completely frozen over, or is it just like the first 100 yards are frozen or something like
Yeah,
that?
in the lake, the edges are hard frozen.
Okay.
It's still, wet in the middle. So
Yep.
there's
Yeah,
some
it's all
fishing
like
going on.
we have that in Lake Michigan. The bigger lakes have the open water the further out you go.
Yep.
Okay.
How deep is this lake? Is it like a Lake
Quite.
Michigan situation? Okay.
It's not as big as Lake Michigan, to be clear.
It's over the top of the person party's head. That's all you really need to know.
Okay. Well,
It's
can
a
he give?
large lake. It's not that large though. From the map.
Let's see.
Can he give us any more information, or is anything that we don't know at this point? The half elf.
Just a second here. Okay, so
What is his name, by the way?
so the dwarf who was there, who was mistaking people for the fisherman he hired, his name is Grishnik, Greisnik.
Okay.
But the half elf, uh, mhm, is named Tully.
Tully.
There we go.
And he works for this Sepik guy.
Tully works with Greisnik, um, kinda. Like they're both after the same goals, and they're interacting with each other. Whereas Greisnik hired people, but he doesn't. He was drunk at the time, so he doesn't remember what they look like. And the half elf knows more of what's actually going on.
Okay. I ask him what he knows about this monster. Any description, time of day it attacks, anything like that.
Let's see.
And does it attack out in the middle of the lake, or does it attack on the shore?
In the lake, definitely. Once they're out in the lake is when it tends to attack. So it varies. Most of the time it's early in the morning. Well, what passes for morning. And once they're deep enough, like where it's deeper the water is, the more likely it seems to be that they get attacked.
Okay. Well, um,
And where
so
these
what?
attack? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how far away from town does this occur? Is it north of town, south of town? Be north, right? If it's on the lake,
Yeah, it's northwest or east rather.
northeast. Okay. How far?
It varies,
So I
but
see
once
Lonelywood.
it's liquid,
So I see Lonelywood and Tourmaline are also on the lake. Have they been having problems as well? Do we know?
don't know. He hasn't left the town. Keep in mind, Bremen only has like 150 people in it total. So
Right. Well,
it,
I didn't know. Now I
with
do.
you
Well, that's
guys, it's
smaller than I thought.
157.
So is there somebody out there with the like changing the sign when you come into town?
No, but there sure could be.
So there are 6 taverns and inns for a 150-person town.
Hmm.
Wait,
Yeah, it's a little low.
you sure the count isn't 156 and a half? I mean, the sergeant's kind of short.
Hey now. Anytime you want to go toe to toe, kitty cat, you let me know.
I am sure he could rise to the challenge. We'd get him a stool or something to stand on.
Well, you know, one half and one dwarf. That's one person, right?
Listen, when it's cold out, there's not much else to do except for go to the tavern. And that's
It's
real life. That's why there's so many bars in Wisconsin.
a lot of trappers will come to towns like this, which is why they have such a high percentage of taverns and inns.
Not to mention, when it comes to sacrifice time, it's all body heat because no
Indeed.
fires.
So let's go look at the slate. We might need to borrow a rowboat.
Well, that can be arranged, as Greisnick here was trying to get fishers to go out and catch whatever it is, and he's got 2 rowboats available.
And who is this? Who is this Gresnik person again?
He's a dwarf fisherman. He was the one who at first thought that some of you were his fishermen that he had
Okay.
hired. Um,
And how do you spell his name?
Grynsk.
Got it. And he is a dwarf fisherman.
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay.
wouldn't it would it not be better, I say to my compatriots, to maybe go out on his fishing boat? Wouldn't that be a much larger boat than a couple rowboats to fight a sea creature?
Those are the fishing boats.
Yeah, the fishing boats are rowboats. They
Okay.
don't have big boats up here.
Okay.
Once you get closer to the coast, maybe, but there are no settlements over there.
Rowboat it is.
This is
Uh,
biblical fishing.
One's named the burly ram, and the other one is the pronged goat.
Okay.
The pronged goat has a bite mark in it.
How big of a bite mark?
Pretty big. Like
I go over there and I take a look at it. And I turn to everybody and I go, I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
he's like, now the agreed upon price, because he's a fisherman, so he's still thinking fish. Um, it's 5 copper pieces per trout. Now get out there. Like,
Okay.
adds equipment for her catching fish.
Oh no, I'm gonna go examine the bite mark closely. See if I can pull a tooth or something from it.
Let's see. Nope. Just the bite mark. Like you can see where it's, had some chunks rearrange, let's say, around the upper edge. It's not going to cause any problems, but it's not as strong as it once was. The boat, that is.
I'm AFK for just a second.
Sure.
I'm gonna get in the stronger boat.
Okay. I think I can do something about catching some fish.
So is this monster only attacked out in the open water?
Yep.
There goes my fishing idea.
Well, if the other boat is not compromised, I'll get into the boat with the bite mark.
Okay.
Me too. Not afraid of no bite mark or a half elf.
I am so glad I'm in the other boat.
You actually get a smile at that, Sergeant.
I don't know why you would be afraid of me to begin with.
Not you.
So how many people can each one of the boats hold?
Let's see. Does it handily tell me that? Let's see.
So with my equipment,
4.
I weigh 120 pounds. Yeah.
I'll jump in the one with the bite mark as well.
4 medium
Okay.
creatures can get into each one.
And I guess I'll get in the other one, the one without the bite mark, just so that we balance our load of people.
Wait, who's in which boat here?
Yeah, I got screwed up there too.
Who's in the boat with the bite mark?
Viorica?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Put it in the chat.
Thank you.
I was gonna try and put it in the party sheet marching order, but apparently I can't do that.
Sure, I'll do bite mark too.
It's not letting me type, but I'm in the bite mark
I got it.
as well.
Why isn't letting you type?
I don't know.
So we've got 4 in the. We've
There it
got
goes.
6 of us. 4 of you are going to be in the bite mark, and 2 in the other. Is that
There's
what I'm
7
hearing?
of us.
7. Oh, there's 7 of us. Okay,
Mhm.
that's a little more even.
So,
Which one am I in?
you
You
are.
said bite.
So, Marten, just so you know, I can't reach the oars.
Suzza, Woozle,
No worries. We'll get it figured out.
Marten, Viorica, and then in the no bite mark, shadow in the trees, Mika, and
We're missing one.
Literally
Yeah.
haven't decided. I'm still trying to decide if I really want to go into a boat on a frozen lake with a monster that's going to attack us.
Yeah. When it comes to bravery, those dwarves are always questionable. I used to have a couple under my command. Big cowards when it came to water.
And monsters in frozen lakes. Is there like a
Hey, Josh,
yeah?
I recommend, out of character, that you should go on the one with the bite mark, because the best
No, we're
bait
full.
for the monster is in that one.
No, we're full.
Happily.
Sorry, we've already pushed off.
Okay, fine.
You
You're
gotta
in the
go with
better boat.
Man, you guys are crazy if you really want to do this. Okay,
But think of the stories we'll be able to tell.
if you're alive,
We'll earn some extra money, and we
Ooh,
might be.
We don't need money. The
We're not even
story.
getting money for
Focus
this.
on the adventure.
Sure, we are. We're going to catch fish.
oh boy.
Yeah, the taxidermy guy, he's going to have a heart attack when we bring this one in.
Okay, I'm going in the opposite boat of Sergeant.
You don't have a
Yes, you
choice.
are.
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
have
you
a
are.
choice.
Matter of fact. Okay. So, let's see. What's it?
Did he give us fishing poles?
Yes.
Okay, good.
He expects you all to be catching fish.
Sushi time.
You
So
know, there
no
was-
net
You know,
Let's see.
or
there
net
was a-
an
there-
option?
Fishing
there was
tackle.
A dwarf, there was a
So,
dwarf private once. He drowned in his own
let me-
bathtub.
Open up the fishing for knucklehead trout. Okay, you need a fishing tackle and a rowboat, which you have.
Okay.
And just as a point of order here, I'm going to tie my rope to my spear.
would like to request that I will cut all the fish open at the if that's okay with everyone.
Wait, what? You want to what now?
I want to cut the fish open.
Okay.
Why?
I just want to make sure I heard you right.
Oh, yeah, just cut them in half.
I am uncertain that the what the actual procedure is. Usually, I think they just gut them on the shore, though.
Yeah, I'll do it. Y'all don't have to.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, so y'all get out there, and let's kick this open. Thank you. Select all PCs, and let's see, what is that? Wisdom, survival. Survival.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled it for all of us?
No, I popped up a thing for you to all click on to roll.
Oh.
Well,
I forgot.
that's
Oh,
neat.
I forgot I could do that.
It sort of makes some sense, I guess. If it will help, I can actually cast Animal Friendship to try and attract some fish.
Oh, can you read that for me? How that would work?
So let me pull up the
It's
spell
bringing
description.
bringing them in for their deaths. Good. I like it.
Let me pull up the spell description here. Let's see. Be Animal Friendship. Spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you see within range.
We mean you no harm, gut.
Classic Kirk move.
I mean, it's certainly outside what it's normally intended for, but I was wondering if I could use it that way.
I thought you might use it to try to draw the monster in.
Well, if I saw the monster, I absolutely would use it to draw the monster in, but if I don't think that'll work, I won't waste the spell, obviously.
Yeah, hold on to it for a bit.
Okay.
This hour, because it's per hour, the check
Right.
is, Mika, Shadow in the Trees, and Sergeant Woozle Heffalump have caught one on their line, or equivalent.
Okay.
Now comes the thing. Let's see. So let me select.
Well, this is a two-stage
Mika.
operation, huh? You
Yeah.
have to land it, then you have to catch it, then land it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
nice. Okay.
Haven't you played Lotro?
Lotro fishing is the worst.
No, never winter.
Oh yeah.
Strength. All right. I'm just going to do the trout once itself.
Lotro fishing is
Oh.
fun, man. I'm top tier on that.
Alex, you have yet so we can see your rolls?
Possibly. Yeah.
Okay. As a DM, I always turn that off.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends.
Yeah, that's cool. I was like, hey, there's Alex's roll. Whoa.
Strength check.
Oh, strength check. Here we go.
Before I start pulling it in, one of the people who didn't catch a
Oh,
fish
no.
want to help me.
Yeah, I'll definitely help. Oh wait,
Let's
different
see.
boat. Sorry.
Different boat. Okay. Anybody in my boat who hasn't caught one
No,
want to help me?
No, you're in his
you're
boat.
in the same boat.
You're in the same boat.
You're both with me.
So,
I think I just got pulled in, guys.
Don't worry about it. I got
Yeah,
it.
I will assist
Acceptable
you
loss.
whenever in bite mark boat.
I'm going to give dex checks to those on your boat, Sergeant Woozle. Let's see. So, that will be...
Who knew that
DC
fishing was so perilous?
DC 4 check, huh? I failed that. Wow, I'm off to a good start.
Yeah, but not by much.
I mean, we're not like fishing for marlins here, are we?
They're big.
Well, I'm a
They're strong.
halfling, so a trout is kind of like marlin size.
Trout are not usually that big.
This is a good-sized trout up north.
Mm-hmm.
and they do actually make money for doing scrimshaw of their skulls and selling it down south.
They they talked about that in some of Bob's books, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I got you.
Oh, okay. Whoa there! I go flying out of my seat.
Yeah, you almost like get pulled way too close to the edge of that boat, but that fish does get away. So you've got 2 of them so far.
Okay. I
Me.
caught mine. Who else caught theirs?
I did.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I got a
Yep.
19 on my strength check, so
Yes.
Hey,
so far our boat's up 2-0.
So hold on a second. I got a question.
Yeah.
So is everybody fishing? Nobody's watching for the monster.
You can actually do both.
I'm fishing and watching.
Yeah. I assume
Okay.
you're doing both.
just out of curiosity.
Hey,
Just,
Not much to look at.
Hey,
as
this is-
someone who has actually gone fishing on a couple of occasions, yes, it is really uneventful.
This is 1 roll an hour, so yeah.
Yeah.
and just to be, just to kind of close the loop on that one specifically, I do have Natural Explorer Arctic, and one of the items in there is even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. So, fishing, tracking, whatever.
Yep. Good.
All right, cool. Just
All
to
right.
clarify.
Right. Second hour. Just more fishing. So let me grab y'all.
Do we need to write down how many fish we have somewhere?
So Alex,
I'm writing.
not that I don't want to cheat and look at your stream, but if you want to explain how you're rolling the, having people make those checks like that, that's a new Unity function for people who aren't aware of that.
That is not a Unity function. It is a extension. It's a free extension. It's called Roll for Initiative.
Got it.
All right.
Oh, so you can just download that and add it to your Fantasy Grounds?
Yep.
Mhm.
Whichever version you're using. Works on both.
Cool. I thought it was a Unity function. So, all right, cool.
Since I've been using it, I've forgot that that it's an extension sometimes, and people aren't using it. Okay, so this time,
Ooh, I got one this
Suzza and Kraanan have them. So
No,
let's
must
see.
Also
be,
me.
and
must be
Mika.
Must be DC 15.
It actually says in the chat it's DC 15.
Yeah, I see that.
Quoi?
So the title of this episode is going to be Gone Fishing, right?
It might be.
Why am I rolling a strength check, Alex?
See if you hold on to the fish.
Oh, I didn't get one though. I
Oh.
failed.
Wait. You didn't. It just decided to keep you selected anyway.
Oh, I'll just close it.
Let's see. And let's see what the trout gets. Because they have advantage. And I forgot that. Well, alright. So everybody loses theirs.
I
Mike,
goes to the fish.
I didn't catch mine.
let's see. Mika,
Yeah.
well, it's, let me do this.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, so rest of Micah's boat now has to see what they're going to do. So for Kron, you've got yours,
Yes. Got me a fish.
but
Uh-oh.
Micah has been jerked out so hard He is currently airborne.
Okay.
Can
yeah.
I try to grab him?
Yeah, I'll try and grab him.
How big are
Well-
these fish?
Oh wait, wrong boat. So yeah, that's you guys.
No, we're
No,
it's you and I are in the boat, but I don't have a fish on, so I can try to grab him.
I was just asking the same thing. How big are these fish?
We've
Or
pulled
is
two
it
in so
really-
far.
Is it really a fish?
It's a small beast, you know, so it's the same size as a halfling.
So, but we're using dex checks. We're not making like acrobatics checks or anything like that.
Yeah, these
I think
dex
we're just trying to
checks
grab
are
him.
just trying to just grab the person. So that's going to be Shadow's going to you grab him a little hard. You grip, you know, with your fingertips a little bit, and but you get him and get him back in the boat.
You mean my claws?
Yes, that is exactly what I meant.
That's fine.
And just to round this out,
Yeah, when you pull him back in, he's just laughing. That was fun. Oh dear.
and unfortunately, Kron, you lose your fish in the process. You're like, what? And you're just
What?
overextended.
Oh, damn it! It's hard to catch fish.
Indeed.
I scream over there, just let the druid go. They can swim.
Quit scaring the fish away.
All right. Well, the good news, nothing is, you know, murdering y'all yet. So.
Is that good news though? We still need to try and murder it so we can
Hey,
get
hey, I got a question. What are we using for bait?
Halflings.
Clearly.
Oh, that'd be
Clearly.
pretty hard since I'm the only one here. Maybe dwarf toe fungus?
We thank you for your sacrifice.
I think
Seriously,
there
what
is.
are we using for bait?
I think there is a bucket in each boat of smaller fish. You
Okay.
know, of the bait size.
Well, it dawned on me that if you guys got two fish in the other boat, right? So cut one of the heads of one of them off and use that as bait, and that'll maybe catch the monster. Bigger bait, bigger fish.
Well, the other fish won't come around if you toss in a dead one.
All right,
they're
so we're up
pregnant.
to we're up to another hour. Check.
Yep.
Alec,
Hour
Okay.
3. Yep.
come on, Billy. Want to get
Show 'em.
Okay. So
the worst fisherman.
no, I'm the worst fisherman, but that's just how it is.
All right, the all important strength check. Ooh,
We have like 5 or 6 fish on the line right now.
Mm-hmm.
we must have just rolled right through a school of them.
Hopefully, one of y'all on each side, and that way the boat doesn't get pulled
Yeah,
over.
what happened to those DC4 checks that we had at the beginning?
The trouts have been rolling better. That's what happened to them.
Apparently, yeah.
Ah.
They get to
Oh,
do it with advantage and all, because they're in water and you're not, as far as I reckon. Okay, so Sergeant Woozle, you get a fish. Shadow in the
pull him in the
trees.
boat. Pull him in the boat. Pull out my short sword. Kill him.
It gets away.
Mine got away.
Viorica,
Mine got away, not yours.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Viorica, you get yours.
Excellent.
Mika and Marten are caught off balance. There's just so many. The boat gets rocked by so many tugs at the same time. So let's see. Let's double check this real quick.
So Viorica, roll a 20-sided to see whose fish is bigger.
Wait.
Oh, with a natural 20 rolled right off of it. Damn it.
Mine.
Ah,
Which is usually how it happens when I go fishing.
that'll be Mika and Marten. Come on, mouse. Thank you.
And what's the dex check for?
To not get pulled into the water. Woo!
Not a problem.
It was close, especially for Mika, but you just happened to get your feet just right. I'm gonna make this again.
Well, there's worse things to do than fishing to try to find a monster.
Yeah. This is fun. We should do this more often.
Okay. So let me grab the party sheet real quick so I can check some perceptions. All right. So everybody except for Suzza and Viorica are not surprised when one of the knucklehead trout leaps out of the lake and swings its tail against Suzza.
Hi.
Wow, you really are a bad fisherman.
Wait, but she just made the fish jump into the boat.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Didn't say that. Said it, she got slapped by the fish.
Tail.
I've forgotten something.
And it happened to get through her armor, so it smacks her in the face.
Ooh.
Oh, rude.
Hard.
I'll grab at it.
You were surprised, unfortunately. However,
in my boat, yes.
nope.
No.
Woozle and Marten can make attacks of opportunity against against it. Let me toss it in
against
here.
the fish? Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have anything to drag onto, so we're just gonna roll, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
it's
is
in the
something. I
combat
just put it in
tracker.
the combat tracker. It is currently an airborne fish who has just assaulted someone.
Oh, knucklehead trout.
Yep.
All right. I can drag it right onto that, can't I?
Yep.
Ooh, that'll be a hit. Damage.
Yep. Both of you.
All right. Swing with my short sword.
All right. Between the two of you, you kill it before it hits the water.
Hey, I'm gonna claim that one as mine, y'all.
Let's see. Sure.
Oh, come on. 2 hits, an attack of opportunity, it lands right in the boat, right?
Yeah. Okay, the question is, am I under it?
Maybe. Let's see.
No, it would have been It would have been flying over you in the face, like all the guts and everything.
Sorry, I had to AFK for a moment. Marten is in boat 2.
No, he's not.
I'm in your boat.
He's in our boat.
Yeah, so why did Shadow and the Tree write boat 1, Marten, Mika, and Shadow?
Because that's who I understood. Or no, it's Kraanan, right? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You lost me.
Yeah, he figured it out. It's good.
Okay.
It's all good.
I was trying to alleviate some misunderstanding about who was in what boat, and I got it wrong. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I just got like
Yes.
a bunch. Okay.
Yes, you did.
That trout had like like more than 6 hit points? Wow.
Yeah, I had 8. To give you an idea, these trout aren't messing around.
I only have 1 more hit point than the trout.
Yeah.
Somebody having a dice problem?
No, someone's having a dice accuracy problem.
In Icewind Dale, fish for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
No summer means they're hungry too.
so this counts as another fish for the total,
Mhm.
or is this okay? So we're up to
Fantabulous.
five fish so far. If I'm counting correctly.
How bad is Suzza hurt here?
She,
Is
well,
it only 5? Because there was 2 and 2. I thought there was 2 more. I thought we were up to at least 7, but
Some got lost because people lost their strength checks.
Yep.
What did I roll all that for, Alex? Oh, I see. Nothing to see here.
all right. Well,
Do you need some curing there, Suzza?
You see Suzza putting something in her pocket as she's like, "Oh, my head."
I mean, yes, all her head, so she is wounded. But
Okay. All right.
Covered in fish juice and guts and some blood.
Well, fish guts will put. Well, I'd say put hair on your chest, but that'd probably be a bad thing for you. Come on down here, Missy. I'll slap a cure on you.
Thank you.
And we will do a heal on Suzza. Oh,
Oh, perfect.
look at
Thank
that.
you.
Exactly. Even though I rolled a 1.
That wasn't the beast, was it? That was just a regular old fish punching me in the face.
Yep.
I think. Or maybe that's what they've been doing, and these fishermen think it's a beast, but it's actually just these fish punching them in the face.
I'm gonna
Yep, it's old
really
General.
hope that the fisherman can tell the difference between a fish slapping him in the face and a beast.
Well, you never know.
depends on how much they've had to drink.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't seem very
So,
educated up here.
in the next hour, soon after healing up Suzza, ripples disrupt the surface of the lake, causing your boat to bob from side to side. A large mass glides through the dark water below you.
That would be the monster.
I have
Oh, we're dead.
suspicion.
Let's see. And
How large of a shadow?
hold on a second. Everybody.
Sorry, I was AFK for a second. What are we doing?
A large shadow just moved under the boat and bubbling water.
Oh,
Okay, except for Suzza and Shadow in the Trees. Reroll that Shadow in the Trees.
Shadow
You will have
definitely does not know what
advantage.
That
And
Alex, there
Sergeant.
you go.
What?
You got to start over.
Okay.
You were on mute.
I don't know how that happened then. All right. Everybody except for Shadow in the Trees and Sergeant Woozle Heffalump, and Suzza, who is probably distracted, was able to tell what that was just by its shape. A plesiosaurus.
Ah,
was. Oh,
it was Nessie.
In fact,
Oh my.
are we about to have a bad day? We
Oh,
might be.
you shouldn't have come out
We're
here.
on an adventure and we're fishing. This is never a bad day.
plesiosaurus surfaces 10 feet away from a boat and takes a bite out of it.
Which
No,
boat?
I like the surfing. I want to know about this plesiosaurus surfing. Let's do that instead. This is much more interesting.
Can I shoot it?
wait, which boat?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm about to
that's
find
the-
out. So that'll be 16 to the one with a bite mark out of it.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say it's gonna be my boat. I know.
So when we see the shadow, can I draw my swords?
Yes,
Okay.
there will in fact be an initiative
Okay,
incoming.
so he's within 10 feet of the boat, and he took another bite out of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, are we rolling for initiative?
Let me look something up real quick.
Apparently, we were prompted
I
for
mean,
it.
I got a button to roll for initiative.
I did not.
Okay, so I was wielding my spear with the knucklehead trout. So as my polearm master feat, while you're wielding a spear, other stuff, other creatures provoke an opportunity attack from you when they enter my reach. So could I get an opportunity attack on him?
What is your reach?
Well, standard is what, 5 feet?
Well, if it's a
But
pole
but
arm, it might be 10.
With
Yeah,
the
but if he's-
spear, it's 5.
Yeah, but if he's actually biting the boat, I would imagine that since I'm in the boat, it's kind of within my reach.
No,
But that's why I'm asking.
because he is outside. He's 10 feet away from the boat, and his reach is 10 feet with basically his attack, which is his head. So-
Well, yeah, but that means that his head is right there at the boat.
He's saying he's getting an attack of opportunity when he lunges forward to attack the boat.
Right.
He's
Uh,
trying
that's
to.
the
That's not
question.
what
I mean,
D&D rules say usually.
If
Right.
it's no, that's fine. I'm just asking the question.
Right. It is 10 feet away.
Okay.
Its attack has a 10-foot reach.
So it darted its head in a bit, and then it was gone.
Right.
Okay.
Now let me.
So none of us in that boat get an attack of opportunity when it went for the
Right.
bite.
Because it
Okay.
came up and did it, and then there'll be one round of initiative, and then we'll see after that what happens.
Did Sergeant Woozle roll for initiative?
I never got prompted, but I can, sure.
It might have got buried. That happens.
Nope. I checked my screen. I got nothing.
Okay. So we'll start up here, and I will hopefully be able to find the boat information real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I'm gonna
boat just
cast
took 12 damage, right?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Said that boat just took 12 damage, didn't it?
Yes.
Your boat sinking?
Not yet.
Where do you see that?
See what?
That the boat took 12 damage.
He rolled 3d6, and I assumed that was for damage. And he said the monster was attacking the boat, so I assumed that was 12 damage to the
yeah.
boat.
Okay.
Actually, it's a total of 16 damage done to the boat. But
There you go.
So I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Good plan.
Does Mage Armor act as a flotation device?
Do we have a free?
Do you have a?
I don't understand. I don't
it
understand
just-
where we are in the.
it
We
just says-
started the combat.
Oh, there we go. Now I can pass it on. Oh, did that effect not apply to myself?
It did
Let
not.
me try it again.
Doesn't look like it.
I hit effect.
You can cast it on other people, so you might want to just drag it and drop the effect button
Nope,
onto
there
yourself.
it is. Warcaster advantage save concentration.
But this is also Mage Armor. Does it? I don't.
There you go.
I don't see my. Ooh, there. Well, thank you.
Sure.
Sergeant.
I'm not seeing any kind of update on my end of my fantasy grounds. Is it my
Probably,
turn?
yeah.
Yep.
It's probably why you didn't get the initiative.
Yeah,
frozen.
this is weird, guys. I mean, I'm not getting any kind of
Feedback.
no, I'm getting nothing to my game here. Hang on a second. Let me check my internet.
Sure.
Well, my internet's fine. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Do you want to cast something on it and Alex can shoot at the monster for you while you're doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do a Sacred Flame. That's my only really good range thing. Can I see it?
Yeah. It hasn't gone back under yet. That's what
Okay,
this
but I
round
can't.
is.
But it's not within. It's not within.
Not with your short little arms.
Okay.
Not within melee range.
It is 10 feet
Yeah.
away.
All right, then I will do Sacred Flame.
Okay. Ah. Alright, he howls back and flings a burning white light, which burns it.
Okay.
For 2. Okay. Alright. Now I found the number I was looking for.
Okay.
How close is their boat to sinking?
Oh, it's got 2/5 of it left.
Durable boat.
Should be.
I
It was
mean,
on the frozen lake.
have you seen the fish you're after?
Yeah, it's not durable enough.
Fair
damn it.
point.
I mean, if
But
they
I
knew,
think a plesiosaurus is bigger than a fish.
it is in fact.
All right, I seem to be back in now. So
Good.
Thank you.
You hit it with your Sacred Flame for 2 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then it swallowed you.
I cut my way out.
What was your
Okay,
backup?
Drax.
I have my backup character ready to go. I'm not gonna say what it is though. Alex knows.
And it crits the boat.
Oh no.
Oh yay!
Which boat?
Great.
Is it still attacking the same boat?
I would have.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And to be fair, I made it random which boat it attacks.
Sorry, it doesn't sound very fair from this end.
Ooh. Ooh. That's
Man
So
the bilge
if-
pumps, lassies. We're going under.
Who's on bailing duty?
Okay, speaking to
Toss the halfling overboard. It'll help you stay afloat.
talk about when so what happens when the boat starts to sink? Let's see. All right.
Nothing good.
No, nothing good.
Constitution saves, probably.
We're kings of the world.
As you sink into the frozen lake.
Can,
Oh,
can we yell
that's
something
not good.
if it's not our turn?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, I'm gonna yell something then.
Ah!
Told you so.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Can you see that, Alex?
I can see it, and I can read it.
Okay, good.
As can I.
Do you see who I'm yelling to?
Oh, I cannot read that.
Yeah, no, can I.
I'm hoping that something will respond when I yell that.
What is? Okay.
Okay.
I have a mechanical question for Fantasy Grounds.
Sure.
What is that indicative of? Like,
Oh,
is that
what's happening?
Yeah.
They're yelling in a particular language.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't have that language on your sheet, then you can't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the chat box at the
Yeah.
bottom, there's like a little, just above the chat line, there's like a little speaky bubble and then a down arrow. You can
Alright.
select what language you're speaking using that.
That's neat. Okay. I don't use Fantasy Grounds that often, so this is new to me.
Oh, so Suzza, you know what I yelled.
I
What
do.
are the odds? What are the odds?
Is the plesiosaurus done yet?
Let's see.
What the heck
And
is that?
Says the dwarf.
Doesn't even look like a language.
and as a free action, the plesiosaur says, "Now get out of my lake."
Wow.
Oh, it speaks. Interesting.
Not to us, to them probably, right?
I was expecting it to speak.
In common.
Cool.
Oh, in common? Oh.
You're not kidding? It really talked to us?
Yes. I am not kidding.
I think it's time for you to move, friend.
So I'm thinking the Mika, Kraanan, and Shadow might need to have a conversation about when the other boat sinks, which of the four we're gonna let into our boat because we only got room for one. I'm
I
gonna.
figure you have a better chance than
I would say the fastest swimmer.
I'm gonna shoot at this thing with my bow.
Okay. Go for it.
Excellent. 10 damage. Oh.
That's
Piss it
pretty
off.
powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna attack our boat next, so it'll be fun. Hey, I'm gonna no, I don't have that yet, do I? Nope, that's the level 2 thing. Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else I can do. I'm in a boat. There's not really anywhere to move. Can I move to a side of the boat that, like, shuffle to a side of the boat that puts one of these other two guys in between me and the big swimming monster with teeth?
Sure.
Cool. I'll do that.
Okay, Marten. This boat is sinking.
Well,
How fast is it sinking?
Pretty darn fast.
How far offshore are we? I don't think that was ever determined.
It wasn't. Well, you see, about a quarter mile. But, well,
quarter mile
correction.
from the
You're a quarter
ice.
mile from the ice, not from the shore.
okay. How far are we from the other boat?
15 feet.
Okay. And where's the monster between as far as boats and the monsters located?
It is equidistant between the two of you, but in front of either of them.
Right, but not between us.
Right.
Okay. I row for the other boat and so we can try to lash the two boats together.
Okay. You get within arm's reach with after some frantic paddling.
I go next, and that's exactly what I'm going to help him.
Okay. Then pass your
And,
turn and go ahead.
I was also going to say something to the creature as well.
Okay, you can do that.
I'm like, yep, sorry, our bad. We'll stop shooting at you. Just leave us alone, and we're out of here. This was a bad idea. And I continue to help him paddle and tie the boats together.
Okay. It looks at the other boat. Okay, Suzza.
Creature, you have been attacking fishermen on this lake. We have to come to some resolution about that.
Let's see.
What would you suggest? Aside from they can't fish here.
It
'Cause
responds.
otherwise,
It responds with "I'm listening." That's what it says.
Try to divvy up the lake, maybe, rotating.
perhaps a area that is safe for the fishermen, or a percentage of their catch to you as lunch and dinner every night.
Your legs are wet, by the way. It's very cold.
As I'm saying this, I'm sort of trying to wade over to where they're tying the other boat up.
Okay.
I would suggest a percentage because then you will never go hungry.
All right. That will do as this.
And some folk, like, they'll make you their mascot and they'll have parties every year for you. It'll be pretty cool.
Don't make promises for the town.
You'll get your own line of athletic wear.
It's true.
Oh.
It was true.
And
That's
he
not
eats you.
I actually
Very
also
reasonable
saw
and
that
thump.
happen as you did. I don't know if everyone else saw the same roll.
Yeah,
It was that athletic wear thing that I was
Yeah.
like,
I say, mention athletic wear. Mention athletic wear. Oh, that was the wrong idea. Oh well.
Mika.
All right. I will step up to the edge of the boat facing the creature and say, one chance. Go to an unoccupied portion of the lake and bother them no more, or I will hunt you.
So I'm gonna guess that's intimidate.
Yeah, that would be an intimidation. That's fair. That's fair.
Can I assist on that? Like say, yeah. I have intimidate, so I got to try and use it.
Nope.
Because if you allow the assist, of course, that's advantage.
Right.
If you want me to roll again because I have advantage, I will. Just let me know. Is Alex muted again?
I don't know.
He might.
I can hear. I was just thinking and looking. No, but that failed enough that he's not going to attack you immediately or anything.
But he doesn't respond?
Not that you can tell. Like, he doesn't say anything.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to ready a spell.
Okay. But he does seem to still be listening.
Okay. If he attacks, I'm releasing my Thunder Wave towards him.
Okay. And back to the top of the order.
Okay. I am just. Oh, somebody's rolling something.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm going to try and I'm going to start moving towards the other boat. And I am going to cast Firebolt at him.
Well, that certainly may lead us in a different direction, certainly.
Yep. But I don't see a map, so I don't know how to drag it onto him.
Combat tracker.
In the tracker.
Okay. Gotcha.
You realize that this thing probably has more hit points than all 7 of us put together, right?
Sure.
Hey, he attacked me. What can I say?
Even after we were trying to parlay with him.
I'm just focused on trying to survive here. I'm not paying attention to what you guys are saying.
Fair enough.
If you want to yell something, and interrupt me, you can do so.
Yeah, don't hurt him. Oh
I have
crap!
to-
What language did I say that in? Damn it.
If you said it in Dwarvish, I understood you. I have to roll an Arcana check. Okay.
No, I'm just giving you the opportunity to. You don't have to
Oh,
in this
okay.
particular case.
I just wasted a 14.
What does that do?
You know it has probably been awakened by a druid.
Okay, then I will. Then I will stop, and I will say to my compatriots, there is more to this story. I think a druid has woken it up, and I will say to Nessie, what is it that you want?
He says, the human who gave me this gift is named Ravison and claimed to serve the Frostmaiden. Ravison said I must do my part to help the Frostmaiden. He wants the people of Bremen to suffer.
Oh, so he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
And what do you
How do
get
you-
in return?
How do you spell that, Alex?
That is Ravisin. Now, it also says, and I don't want to be a stupid beast again.
Aw.
It's your turn, Sergeant.
Oh, so is there an advantage of me bailing?
Yes.
Taking my helmet off and starting to bail? I will do that.
Okay. Then I will re-roll how long the ship has before it sinks. Good. That's bought some time.
You know, I almost wish you'd hide those rolls. So we don't know how much longer we have.
Well, you should be able to tell that you're having an effect, though.
Yep. All right, I will bail.
Okay.
Take my helmet off.
It hangs out.
Does not attack.
Does not attack. Still listening.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready to shoot it if it tries to attack the boat again.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, you've been awakened by a druid. This is fascinating. What was that like?
What was the guy's name again?
Ravison.
Here.
Otherwise, I'm done.
With my computer. There we go. That's how it's spelled too. Okay. And Marten.
One moment, please. Notes. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to help bail.
Okay. You all are almost not sinking. Just because of the bailing and the strapping and all that good stuff. Okay. Suzza.
Am I close enough to step over to the other boat?
Yeah.
Okay. I will do so as I say, creature, our friend Mika here has a connection with this town, and he can make you a fine deal so that you will be happy and you will not have to be a dumb animal again. How does that sound? So what, persuasion?
Mm-hmm. Coming up.
I just
Okay.
rolled it.
That works fine.
Wow.
Dirty 20.
I
Yep.
almost believe you now. Yeah, I can do. Wait. Can I do that?
Time to follow up.
So this will be interesting. I'm not sure will work. I select him, right?
Mhm.
Like, what do I click?
Hold down Control and click on him on the combat tracker, and it should work.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. And I will cast Animal Friendship. I'm not sure how to do that. Do I need to be in the combat mode?
No, you can just open it
Uh-huh.
with a magnifying glass, and if there's an effect attached to it that they can be coded, it'll tell it.
The modes, combat, standard, and preparation just change how things appear on your screen on your tab.
Okay.
So if you're in combat mode, it will only show you things that you can do.
All right.
So if say you only have one use of something and you click it in combat mode, it will go away. In standard mode, it will stay there, but it'll just be checked. Preparation allows you to edit what you can do.
Okay.
So, beforehand, this thing's smart enough to talk. It will not be considered an animal as far as the spell is concerned.
Would I know that?
Yes, that's why I'm
Okay.
mentioning it.
All right. In that case, I will simply talk to it. I wasn't sure if it would actually have any effect on the conversation or not.
Right. Which is why I was giving that to
To awaken an animal, you call upon the spirits to enter the animal. We can remove this druid, this Ravison, from having the ability to command the spirit out of you. If you can tell us where he is, and you stop attacking random people, we can remove him from that situation. Then you can decide to be as you wish to be.
I can't do all of those things, but I can wait until you've taken care of him, because I don't know where he is.
Where did you see him? He had to have seen you to do this to you.
Last I saw him in Lonelywood. I mean, he doesn't know it as Lonelywood, but the town across the lake, not the way you came.
Okay.
So, and then it dives under the water.
Okie doke. Yay! We are out of combat.
I keep bailing.
Can I use Druidcraft to shape the wood to help secure the other boat?
Sure.
I'll do that.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
Oh.
What it ends up doing in this case is just it firms up the latching. It doesn't like seal the boat or anything.
Right. I'm basically making the wood grow together.
Or if the wizard has mending, that might work too.
I do not. I pressed prestidigitation, but that's not going to help.
Yeah. But it should at least keep it intact while we go across the lake and find Lonelywood.
You're closer still to Bremen.
Okay.
So, just FYI. Or at least you're closer to where you can get to ice and not have to worry about sinking.
Do we know? So we would have to, if we took the trails, we'd have to go around. Okay, around the east side of the lake.
Right. I mean, we may be closer to Brennan in the water, but from which way would actually take longer? Going across the lake to Lonelywood, as I suspect would not, or going around the lake?
Well, it'll take longer.
In the boat.
It'll take longer to go around the lake, but you can get back to Bremen much safer.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this boat's already taken a bunch of damage, even though it's not sinking anymore. It might be better to go the long way around to Lonelywood.
I mean, we could go back and try to get another boat.
Hi, we broke your boat. We want another one. Does this sound like a good plan?
I vote for going straight to Lonelywood.
As do
Are-
I. I'm
are
very
all of-
direct that way.
Are all of the fish still in the boat?
Yes.
We
Good.
can. So let's transfer all the fish over to the other boat. Put at least one from our boat into their boat, possibly two slightly overloading their boat, but and then just the two of us just keep bailing as we're trying to get over to Lonelywood.
And the shoring up of the wood that I'm doing with Droidcraft should help keep it from sinking while it's attached to the side of our boat. It means we'll be a little slower going across, but we should be good.
I think so.
Okay.
Does my prestidigitation work to clean water? By
I was
1
going to
cubic foot?
suggest that you might want to look up the spell.
It says you instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Yeah.
Does that mean the object has to be 1 cubic foot, or does that mean I can clean that area that's 1 cubic foot?
Area.
Up to 1 cubic foot of area. Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
Well,
say, like if it was cloth, 1 cubic foot of cloth is a bunch of cloth.
So does that help me? Does that help me dry out? I mean, because I can also chill, warm, or flavor up 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. I mean,
Now, and you can have up to 3 of them going at the same time. So what I would suggest as a way of using it would be prestidigitate warm water around, like immediately around the 3 people in the sinking boat
okay.
to help stave off the hypothermia and the fact that their feet might fall off.
That's what I shall do then.
And you want to go across the lake rather than.
Yes. You need to find the source of this problem.
Yes, but some of us have cold feet over here. Literally.
Literally.
Well, you
I thought
should
your
wear
feet were
boots.
like really tough.
We have them.
You have
It's a
warm
question of-
water around you.
Yeah, but how long can you?
1
So
hour.
so Alex, if I continue to
it's a
bail that
cantrip.
out,
And it's a cantrip, so I can just
let's-
keep going.
Let's keep in mind though that in places up north like this Arctic where water is still water, it is not freezing, or it's just at freezing or just below freezing. It's not like it's super, super cold. It's not like it's minus 49 degrees. And if she's going to warm it up, that should help.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll just take a bath for a little bit.
okay, does that work, Alex, to fend off the hypothermia?
Just a second. Wilderness survival. That's what I was looking for. Hold on a second. Open. And for those out there, it's not Fantasy Ground's fault when things take me a little while when I'm clicking on something. It's my computer, but not Fantasy Grounds. When my computer's not doing this, it responds very quickly. Just to point that out.
Well, there's
In case
7
people
people
wonder.
connected to your computer.
Yeah,
does,
It's
that does
doing
have an
this on its
effect.
own.
Well, in Unity, it's to a server, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still communication though. So even Alex's computer is still doing more communication to the server than everybody else's computer.
Yeah, and his computer is doing like a Shatner death scene.
Yeah.
It's just taking a really long time.
It goes in, it
Screening like, hey, Ray.
pauses every few words if I'm typing something.
Like I
Oh,
said,
so
a
a Shatner monologue. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine does that occasionally too. But
It's recent and new, and I hate it.
So while we're going across, Shadow would like to inquire of Mika, the local. Is like, is fishing always this exciting in Icewind Dale?
Sometimes.
And does this mean we have a good fish tale to tell?
This is the definition of a good fishing story. There were big fish. The
uh-oh.
boat almost sank. Yes, this is good fishing story.
Alex, to remind you, I'm the one who stepped into the other boat. If
Yeah.
that matters.
It's fine.
If they get really cold, I can set fire to what's left of.
Okay, everyone who failed that gets a level of exhaustion.
If they're wearing cold weather gear, do they still take that exhaustion?
In this case, yes.
Because it's water.
Yep. There isn't a way to track that, I don't think.
Yep. It is a condition. So once I find the conditions,
Oh.
effects,
Can I do that? No, I guess I can't.
probably. It's the little
Uh,
guy.
Oh, yep, there we go. No, I don't see exhaustion.
Exhaustion is not one of the standard effects.
Let's see.
Yeah, because it's not something that's taken into consideration during. Well, actually, it is.
It is.
First
level is disadvantage on all skill checks.
It's in. I have it in the custom effects, so it's probably a module that I've loaded.
It's not in the. Yeah, it's not in the player. I don't see it in the regular player ones. That's fine. It's on me now. So.
Okay. And you can get it. You have to search for it in the custom list of effects. So if you hit the effects guy,
right, but you have to have the. You probably have to have it in a module loaded. I think it's one of the modules that you have.
Oh.
So there's that level.
Effects coding.
Oh, exhaustion. Yeah, it's under conditions in Appendix A.
Okay. So after an hour of this, it didn't. But I'll figure it out.
Am I supposed to be doing Constitution checks?
Yep.
I thought I was in the boat that wasn't sinking, but I can.
No. It's not just the sinking boat.
Okay.
You'll all have to work really hard to do these things, like to keep the boat afloat and keep moving forward, etc. And the wind is beginning to pick up.
Sure.
So that will be.
I am sure I missed again.
I am glad that I took that feat. Because the feat that I took was Resilience Constitution. Because, yeah. Seemed to...
Okay. And you all are working, and some of you are having to take long breaks as you paddle and bail.
Well, I can switch out with somebody in the sinky boat if you need it.
Let's see. So
So it's really just so the wizard failed. Okay.
Yep.
Just one of them, yeah, so far.
So,
yeah, but once you fail that first one, it's
Yep.
you're downhill.
Okay. You think maybe 1 or 2 more miles will get you there. So.
Okay, let's make sure all the
Well,
exhausted people are in the good boat.
Question though, because
Yep.
aren't we going to run into the ice at some point though?
Most of
We
the
don't have to-
ice is behind you, because towards
No,
Bremen.
but against the other shore though.
Right. The other shore isn't as frozen.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's right. I can see it on the
You
map.
can see it on the map, yeah.
Okay.
Must be the way the wind goes.
I am going to use Druid Craft to help shape the weather to be a little nicer near us. I can't make it stop being cold, but I can definitely cut down on the wind.
Okay. In that case, the wind is still blowing where you are, but not as hard as it was a minute ago.
Okay.
If we're gonna start rotating through the boat that's got water in it, not going.
I don't know that it's really going to help much.
Okay. Oh, poor Woozle.
Okay.
Halflings weren't meant to be on the water.
Now who's looking about, screaming
is
about
like-
water?
What are you guys complaining about? I feel fine.
I'm freezing. Can someone set me on fire?
I mean,
Technically,
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
So for the record, once you get to 6 levels of exhaustion, you're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Just so we're clear on that.
Yeah, but you're not going to get there.
Yeah, but it's going to take 3 days of rest to get rid of it, or 3 long rests. So
Yeah. Well,
Are we in a hurry?
that's the way it
I
goes.
don't know.
Let's see. So, Marten, you've only failed one of these, so that's exhaustion level 1. And Suzza's fine. Mika, Sergeant Woozle. Let's see.
Yeah, I definitely succeeded
Two,
on my
three.
check of that last one.
Kraanan succeeded. Victoria failed, and I think you've only failed 1, so that's only 2.
Why does it keep saying that I buy Mika Lightfoot on my FX?
Because it's
Yeah,
your
I was-
turn in the
I was
combat
wondering
tracker.
Oh,
Okay. I was like, am I giving them advice? I mean, am I radiating?
No,
cold?
the program just assumes that whoever's turn it is the one giving the effect.
Okay, cool. It was throwing me off there. I was like, wait, does that apply to me?
Okay. No, not 90. That would just not be fair to anyone. All right. Okay. Let me expand this. I need to read more. Here we go. All right. So, Shadow and
sorry.
Trees. 2.
Hey, I made it. Oh.
And so only Shadow and Trees filled that one. Good.
How many more of these we got to make?
I finally got hit.
Uh-oh.
Well, one of the problems is the more exhausted y'all get, the slower you start going. So let's see,
Yeah.
Marten.
Whose idea was this to go across this stupid lake?
Technically mine, I guess.
Guys, I got 2 more and I'm dead.
I mean, at this point, it's probably like we're not gonna make it back to Brennan with fewer rolls than going on to Lonelywood, I would assume.
Yeah, and we can rest when we get there. I will build you a big fire.
And I'll light it.
I'm gonna do a thing. So all right. It is at this point that your boats come out of the water.
Come out of the water?
Yeah.
How do you mean that phrase?
I mean, they vertically lift up,
Oh.
and water starts draining out of one of them, because reasons.
Yeah.
Um,
Do I need to make another constitution check?
Did they hear me?
no,
Oh.
but the plesiosaur has decided.
Nice to help.
Right. Now he's facing the other way, so he's going to send you back to where you came from, knowing pretty much where you came from. However, you will make it there. Probably.
Probably.
He's
Oh
taking
no,
a
we're so
different-
screwed.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Suzza.
Whoops.
I'm sitting there shivering. Never listen to me. Never listen to me.
Okay, we will not.
And it gets you all to the ice. Because, it's not that hard for him for reasons. Let's see, where is. Nah, whatever. And you all get there, and you are cold and miserable, but you get to Bremen enough that you can walk up, and the ha- the half elf is like, "Okay, so what'd you find out?" As you're walking.
I have
We
a
have
point
a
of order.
point.
Well, hang on. We're in the wrong. That's the wrong city. He's not in that city.
No, he's not.
We went back to Bremen.
Oh,
Right.
we did go back to Bremen. Oh, okay.
Yes.
The plesiosaurus took us back to Bremen.
So I say we have the half elves meet us either in the tavern or in the inn where we're resting, so we can tell them not while we're outside.
Yeah,
I have a
I-
question about.
I'll say he gave us a ride. If you want to hear the story, come with us.
We can't light a fire here.
Say, aren't like timing wise? Isn't tonight the no fire night?
Yes.
That's why I was trying to get across to the other side.
No, I don't
So
think so. I'm lighting a fire. I don't care.
So I'm gonna go up to this half elf, and I'm freezing. I got exhaustion 4. I'm literally have ice coming off of my face, and I go, I'm gonna start calling you Baskin because you're 31 flavors of stupid. and I walk into the nearest tavern with a fireplace, and I just pop myself right down in front of it.
It's empty. But they can bring you in some warm drink.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got to rest for 4 days.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm the worst out of everybody. V has 3.
Yes.
So
Very well.
Except as he says my name, it comes out as.
I will, in that case, since everybody's here, I'm going to go ahead and cast good berries and give them to everybody. So at least you won't be hungry.
Okay. That fills everyone's belly.
Yeah. And then I sigh. You realize this means that the town will come for us, but I don't want you to die. So I walk
Wait,
over
wait,
to
wait,
the.
wait, 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 wait.
You can warm water.
I can warm something, so we don't need fire. If we want to be.
You're also in out of the wind.
Okay.
So let's go get some.
How long is the fire ban?
Till the morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we go outside and just gather up some rocks, put them in basically what would be a pit, but it can still be indoors. So you can warm the rocks, and rocks can radiate the heat.
Kind of stinks though. Somebody has to wake me up every hour, but
I can help with that some. I can at least.
Has the fire ban started yet?
Yes. It
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
It has just begun. You got back in time for the beginning of it.
So I need a bed warmer.
So I'm going to remove one
Or
level
2,
of exhaustion
or 3.
off.
I said, you can't pay me enough, dwarf.
I actually
Good.
grab the all of the blankets I can find, all of my cloak, everything I can. Make a big circle. Try and gather everybody into the big circle.
Ooh, we gonna make a blanket for it?
Make a blanket for it. That's what I was about to say.
And keep in mind, it's not weird because people are doing this in town. That's how they're surviving the day
Yeah, this is
or the night.
like he's like
I'm going to be right back. Keep going.
shoveling everybody in together. Like just stay really close.
Is the town gathering in the taverns kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Like everyone's
gathering
for body heat, warmth.
Exactly that.
And who
Great.
who is dictating this no fire thing?
Governor of the town, probably.
Yeah, and the townsfolk are like, okay, it's better than, the other options. And it is. This is the least of the sacrifices of all of the towns. that they've
Okay. Well,
decided on.
as soon as I'm feeling better, this gentleman must die. Because there's no way we're gonna sit around here with no fire.
So you all eventually fall asleep in that it's cold and I can't get quite warm again sleep, um, where you get to that point where everything's just numb and unattached. Um, but when sunrise should come and doesn't, a fire does
Oh no.
in the fireplace.
Oh, it just means the next day's here, so they can light their fires again.
Yeah.
So we just can't do it at night.
Yeah, through the night, there's no fire one night. Now, doesn't make much difference because as far as like whether it's night or day, because the sun doesn't come up.
All right.
So I've removed
So I
one level
guess
of exhaustion.
So I guess we'll tell the fisherman what happened and that not to go out there and antagonize the creature because we're going to take care of it, and he is amiable to a peaceful solution. But he is being controlled sort of by this guy that we are going to dispatch.
Let's see.
An evil shaman called a spirit to the flesh of the plesiosaur.
Meanwhile, here's like 7 fish.
Yeah.
They're big enough to fill.
Oh yeah, what do we get for the fish?
5 copper apiece.
Yep.
It's just not nothing.
Well, especially given how your economic status is, it does help you stay enough that you'll be able to recover.
Hey, I have a fancy grounds question. Maybe if you apply a long rest to us, will that remove a level of exhaustion?
I don't know, but I'll give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he did.
No, I just manually popped them off.
No, because I don't see it in the chat. I was just curious if, because I mean, I
The answer is no.
the answer is no. Yes.
Oh wow! Really?
That's interesting. Okay. It did. I mean, it did give me my spell back that I cast for Suzza. But yeah, okay. Oh, it's interesting. Okay.
It doesn't have a time on it. That's why.
Oh.
Because it's just it's coded as 0 rounds, which means it'll just perpetuate. So you have to remove it.
Yeah, but the text in the PHP is finishing a long
Right.
rest.
But it's computer. It's a computer language. Like Fantasy Ground coding in Fantasy Grounds is a computer language. So it's just not. There's not a way to code removing something on a long rest specifically. It's all a time
I see what you're saying.
thing. So you couldn't just say code exhaustion to expire in 8 hours, because you could theoretically advance the tracker through 8 hours worth of time, but not actually achieve the long rest.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But at the same time, if you actually have a button that says conduct a long rest, but that's okay. It's fine. But you're right. It's just one of those things.
It would be one of those things that would be nice if Fantasy Grounds programmed in like exhaustion as an effect that is perpetuated except when you go a long rest.
Okay.
But they haven't done that yet.
Sorry. Here's what the half elf gives you. It's going in the party sheet. You'll instantly know why I laughed about it.
Okay.
Except
They give us fish as
except
payment.
it closed it right on top. There.
Huh. Well, that's nice.
A pouch. Ooh.
What's in the pouch?
5 gold pieces.
Oh. That's nice.
Well, not nothing.
No, that's another set of weather gear. So no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not. It's half of one. It's two
Pair
more
of
sets of
snowshoes.
snowshoes.
Two snowshoes, yeah.
You could probably trade the Scroll of Animal Friendship for a set.
Yeah.
Or two. Actually, two.
How many people don't have snowshoes? I know I do not.
I'm set up.
Me too.
This should
I have
work.
both.
There we go.
I do not.
So I turned that into money because I figured you need that more.
Yeah.
So there's 25 gold pieces in the party sheet and 2 silver. And
Alex, just add however many snowshoes and however many weather gears we can afford and who needs them.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you would.
Who doesn't have them? I know I don't.
Viorica
do
does not have snowshoes.
I've got snowshoes, but not winter gear.
Does anyone else need winter gear besides Micah?
Well, if you wouldn't be running around with no shirt on, I mean, isn't that what the
So,
picture is?
Sounds like
I did
sounds
not
like we
pick
should get.
that picture.
Oh.
it was
Sounds like Micah should get a set of clothes, and then we can figure out the snowshoes. Who needs snowshoes?
I agree.
okay. How's that?
Well, I think we only need one cold weather clothing,
Okay.
Yep. So we have cash left over after that.
so that's 10 gold, and then a set of snowshoes is 2 gold, right? So
Yep. I've
Right.
already
And
subtracted that.
there was already one in there, so total of 4 gold. So whoever else does not have the snowshoes, which I think was V.
Yes.
Remove the ones y'all need from the party sheet, and if you still need one, I'll do that.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
As evidenced by my ability to resist the, I needed it less than some of the other people apparently.
Right.
Should they have been rolling with advantage? No, because it was from the water and the cold.
Yep. And then the wind started kicking up, but you started deflecting that, so I changed the DC
Okay.
to reflect your druid craft. Okay. So you get your reward, and then I dig up that information again. Mouse, please cooperate. Thank you. All right. So
So can we rest
400
3 days or no?
yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
And during that 3 days, looking back on your experience, you all may gain a level.
cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
If
So we're free?
if no one has any objections, I'd like to take 2 gold to buy a grappling hook.
I don't object.
Go for it.
So how do I level
Shadow
up
was
in
much more
combat?
happy with the story, the fantastic fishing story, and the experience of what it is to nearly freeze to death to care about gold.
To answer your question, go to classes, grab your druid class, and drag and drop the dragon head attached next to it.
Yeah, I need to make a choice, don't I?
I don't have all the buttons. How do I open those? I can't
You-
remember.
The
You can-
library.
You can do it from the library.
You can also, on your character sheet, open up your class and level, which will give you the classes, and then you can just open it that way and drag it in.
Gruubii. I don't know if I can take 2 out. Excuse me, 2 gold out of the party sheet.
Okay.
Where
So
do I
struggle.
drag my specialization?
That's a feat.
No.
I have to select a specialization.
Right. When you drop the wizard level in, it should
Uh-huh.
pop up a little dialogue that asks
Yes.
which one you want to pick.
And I picked one. Do I
Okay.
have to drag it?
Nope. And just go down to the bottom and click the OK or check mark or
Oh,
whatever it is,
gotcha.
and then it'll pop it in there.
Okay, thank you.
Does it matter which book? So it has D&D Sword Coast Warlock, Unearthed Arcana Warlock, or D&D Player's Handbook.
Zenithar's Guide.
Xanathar's Guide.
I would
that
pick
one.
the same one every time.
Yeah, whichever one you start with, simply because the subclasses or archetypes or whatever the hell they're calling them these days, they're intermixed between the ones. So for me personally, I'm using Xanathar's Guide.
Okay. By character name, who was trying to grab gold pieces?
No, just remove 2 from the
Okay.
party.
Sure.
So that's actually one of the advantages when you've got a bunch of different versions of the same thing. If you just go to class and level and open it up,
Yeah.
and grab the class there, you'll always grab the same one.
I suppose.
So what are we at? We're at 300 XP. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So-
Yep.
And next level is 900.
So I thought about this beforehand, and the events of the adventure so far have made, I guess, the choice for me. So, but do I drag it to get the extra level? Is that
Yes.
it? Okay.
It's drag and drop, and then it'll.
On the class level spot, right where it says Druid 1, you want to drop it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick, I see what you mean. Yeah, it says I have 0 XP right now.
Don't worry about it. I just haven't gotten to you in the line yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
How are we doing hit points?
Take average, which it'll give you
It'll
automatically.
It'll give you automatically.
Circle of Dreams or Circle of Shepherds? Circle of Dreams. I guess I will go with.
That should have everybody's XP up. And now I'll remove exhaustion.
Yay.
Yay. I guess I'll go with Circle of Shepherd, given what happened.
Oh.
Cool.
I was very tempted by Circle of Dreams.
It doesn't. That's weird. So as a war priest, I can use one of my channel divinities to do a guided strike.
Uh-huh.
But it didn't put it on my sheet. I had to drag it over there manually.
And so I gained.
There's a few things like that around that does
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So is there something I need to drag over to? Is it to the actions, or would it be under abilities?
It probably.
For what?
For the stuff I get for being. Okay, it's under abilities.
Right.
Some of it might already be there.
Yeah.
You might have to also add things into your actions tab.
I think I need to. How many spells? Do I pick up any new spells? I do pick up some new spells from that.
Probably, yeah. You have to check. So there's the number of spells you can actually cast per level, but then there's also how many are available to you. You have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And for cleric, it's
Okay, so that'll be next. All right.
I now have a superior sort of speak to animals, which is nice.
Speak to animals that can understand you already,
Yeah.
which is handy.
To be fair, yeah.
So, invocations.
Is this where we're gonna stop for tonight?
This probably is where we're going to stop tonight. Ready to head out to whichever of the locations that you know that you need to go that you choose.
Okay.
well, I think that's going to be Lonelywood, right?
Well,
Guys?
you have
Well,
the
we
option.
did say we would do something about that.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
All right, and I actually get one more cleric spell. Woo.
I get wild shape.
All right. Well, while we wrap this up, we'll wrap this up, and I'll stay connected. We can figure all that out. I'm gonna again thank Fancy Grounds for sponsoring us tonight, and please check them out at fancygrounds.com. And this was Rime of the Frostmaiden provided by them on Fancy Grounds Unity, which will probably come out of early access soonish. But go ahead and check it out.
Great pictures. It's very cool.
You can check it out for free at fancygrounds.com, and of course check us out on DDO.com for Dungeons & Dragons Online. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you in a month.
Yay! This was fun.
Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
So let's start with plugs, and then to wrap it up, I'm just going to start with Shadow.
Yeah, check out DDOcast for our weekly news and discussion podcast for DDO. That's most weekends. The news has been kind of slow, so some of the news portions have not been live. But you can expect a show most weekends coming out, usually on Monday. And you can also check us out there for DDO Splat, which is a static group where we play on Kyber, play DDO. And you can check all that out at DDOcast.com or twitch.tv/DDOcast, and also on YouTube.
Okay, and Sergeant Woozle.
Yeah, this is Evilbeeker. I also run on D&D Night. I do the fourth Sunday of every month, and you can check us out for our Out of the Abyss campaign, which is actually the original D&D Night game. A lot of us playing tonight are in that game. You can also check me out at Bonus D&D Night, which is our Dungeon of the Mad Mage game. We run that a couple of Fridays, at least one Friday a month. Our next game is actually on October 9th, which is this next coming Friday. Check that out. And I also play on DDO Splat and anywhere else you can find cool D&D games.
Okay, and Suzza. Or Suzza.
All right. This is Lynn from DDO Sunday with Alex and Lynn. Although we have been spotty lately, so sorry about that. But, in times and all that. You can find our products on either eldritchentertainment.com or theamethystdragonfly.com, and we have lots of cool game screens and other gaming related stuff, plus some other cool things. And we're shipping along just fine for Christmas and New Year's and all that, so feel free to stop by.
And Mika.
Oh, hi. Hi. I'm. Actual name is Jeremiah McCoy. I do have a website, jeremiah.com. I'm on TikTok as Basics of the Game, and I actually do Twitch streams myself as Basics of the Game as well. And I'm Tech Noir on Twitter, and I talk a lot of geeky D&D stuff.
Okay, and Marten.
Yeah, I don't have anything of my own. It's ComicRelief, but like I said, second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. Not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, we'll be running Kobold Kindergarten, and that's Kobold Even on Twitch. And I'm not exactly sure what her channel is, but stop by if you want to see some lighthearted romp through D&D with 5e loose rules.
It's Cobalt Even on Twitch.
It's that and Kraanan. Just it.
Oh yeah, me.
Yep.
My name is Josh, and I play in a bunch of games that Evilbeeker runs. And I got kicked out of Kasplat, so I don't do that anymore.
That's a version of that story.
Yes, and that's it. I'm not famous or nothing. I don't stream. I don't
I'm
do any of
not
that stuff.
famous or nothing.
And
I
Viorica.
don't think any of us are. We just pretend to be.
That's true. So true.
Speak for yourself.
I am not famous. I play in DDO Kasplat. I took over for
Beavis.
when he got kicked out. And like I said, I play in a bunch of Evilbeeker's games and several of Patrick's games as well. And thank you for watching.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.